Why do I do this to myself?
She said, she'll take me anywhere, she'll take me anywhere, as long as she stays with me. She said, she'll take me anywhere, she'll take me anywhere, as long as I stay queen. Yes, yes, Molly's lips. Yes, yes, Molly's lips. Yes, yes, Molly's lips. Yes, yes, Molly's lips.
Hey, me, Matt here, and I know that Bad Blood's coming up. And yeah, bringing back Bad Blood. And I know that Killer Kyle and I did a Wheels of Fury episode, the first ever Bad Blood, 1997. Now let's talk about this one from Houston, Texas, in 2003. Anyways, so we have Ivory versus Molly Holly in the pre-show. I don't know if Sunday Night Heat was. Actually, I believe it was. So, I didn't watch it. But Ivory won, so cool. Actually, this was Heat. Never mind. You have a match, Christopher Nowinski and Rodney Mack defeating the Dudley Boys. Now, this match was awesome. I mean, you had these teams, like the Dudleys obviously were heavy hitters and did the was up and all that stuff. And yeah, you thought that they would get the upper hand, but Christopher Nowinski got the pin for his team. And I do not remember this team at all. Actually, Nowinski would be finished, I believe, after this. Like, he had the injury, the concussions, and then, you know, he had the mask and everything, and yeah, this, yeah, you know, it's alright. I mean, I'm a fan of the Dudleys anyway, so, but, and of course, Rodney Mack, of course, married to Jazz, and, yeah, I mean, I know that he did a lot of work in NWA, so I have Test versus the Big Bad Booty Daddy, Scott Steiner. The winner gets the managerial services of Stacy Keibler. And I'd like to know how thought this shit up. But, like, seriously. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. So, Andrew Martin and Stacy Keibler were going out. I don't know if this was, like, real and also kayfabe. I don't know. Or whatever, right? Then Scott Steiner comes along. He flirts with her. That doesn't make Test happy. So they have this match. You know, I mean, hearing a lot of how clunky Scott was, it was alright. Honestly, it wasn't as bad as the storyline, but after this, shortly, Scott would turn heel and they would bully Stacy Keibler, which I don't fucking understand why. Honestly, they couldn't, like, Stacy really put up with a lot of shit. Like, she got bullied by these two guys. She got put in the walls of Jericho. there was some other stupid shit too. But this was just like... That's why I don't like 2003 very much at all. You know, there's some good parts, but I mean, this was just bad. And I mean, I think Test had a good career in WWE. I just think that if he would have kept his nose clean, then he would have went more. He probably could have been a world champion, but just kind of this. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Like this, to me, it rubbed a bad taste in my mouth then, and it rubs a bad taste in my mouth now. So now we have this match. We have Christian versus Booker T for the Intercontinental Championship, and yeah, these two. I mean, Booker T eventually did get the title, but this match ended in a disqualification, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, Booker T did hit the kill switch, or the Unpredator, I think that was what it was called, and yeah, so it was a good match for what it was. I mean, if you look at Christian's career in AEW now, it's sort of similar to this one, kind of. But, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You have the Raw Tag Team Championships. You had Kane and Rob Van Dam versus La Resistance, Rene Dupree, and Sylvain Grenier. And there's a lot of talk of this team being green. Of course, these two guys were my age. So, yeah, they would have been 18, 19. And yeah, I mean, they did get a big push, and I think that was great. And unfortunately, their singles runs were not, well, Sylvain didn't really have much of a singles run, but Rene Dupree, I had some pretty good matches on his own. I mean, watch his shoot interviews, I guess, and he'll talk more about that, obviously, but Kane and Rob Van Dam were good tag team champions, and obviously later this year you're going to see Kane unmasked for the first time. But this was a good match. All these guys really beat the shit out of each other. There was a point where Rob Van Dam leaped out of the ring onto, I believe it was Kane and Sylvain. But yeah, La Resistance picked up the win, becoming the new World Tag Team Champions, rather. You have this match, which was in the making. It was Goldberg versus Chris Jericho. Surprisingly, this was a good match. It was what you would expect. These two almost touched at WCW, but that didn't happen. There was like a little segment they had, and you know, whatever, but, and you know, Chris Jericho, he basically teased it. So this was a good match, really. I think that, you know, Goldberg hitting a couple spears, you have Chris Jericho throwing him to the apron in an attempted spear, which Chris took over. And there was a point where Chris Jericho hit a low blow to Goldberg to hit the walls of Jericho, which did not work. Just luckily Bill remembered to
Wear a fucking cup!
So, yeah, then another spear, and Goldberg won. And this was their only match, unfortunately. It's always like a what if, because Goldberg left shortly after, and it's almost like he came back in 2017, and it would have been cool to see another match from these two before Chris went to Japan, but, you know, it is what it is. This match kind of surprised me. I don't remember this feud around this time, but you have Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels and, of course, Randy Orton in Rick's corner, but this match was cool. I think the match they had at WrestleMania was better, but that's just me. And yeah, Randy tried to interfere, but Shawn hit the super kick, and eventually Ric Flair won the match in an awkward pin. But yeah, this was cool, I guess. I mean, I'm not a fan of either of these individuals, but it was an alright match. Okay, so we have this match. Well, I wouldn't really call it a match. It was a redneck triathlon. You have Stone Cold Steve Austin and Eric Bischoff, and I thought, you know, I didn't think I would ever say this, but this Stone Cold Steve Austin match was the shits. I mean, he basically came back and beat Eric at No Way Out, and then you have this, and what was it, 2 out of, it was 2 and 1, and obviously Steve Austin got 2. But listen to this, for those of you who haven't bothered to watch it. Stone Cold won the burping contest. Eric Bischoff won the pie eating contest by forfeit. And Stone Cold won in a pig pen match. Pig pen fun, rather. And now you have the main event for the World Heavyweight title and a Hell in a Cell. Mick Foley, special guest referee, of course, he came out in the go home talking about the Hell in a Cell. But you have Triple H versus Kevin Nash. And you know, I feel like Kevin Nash should have at least won the world title once. But at the time, Triple H's ego was what it was, and it's unfortunate. But I think, yeah, he should have won the title at least once. And it sucks. But this match was really cool. I mean, you had a box, you had a barbed wire bat, or sledgehammer, or bat, actually. You had a sledgehammer, which had Triple H go over, retaining the title. But you look at this match and you go, out of all these matches, you could have had Kevin Nash go over. This feud wouldn't have suffered. Triple H would have got it back. I mean, I could say anything I want about Bill Goldberg, but at least he did get the world title off of Triple H at some point in his first run in WWE. But you know, it is what it is, and I'm pretty sure Kevin had a lot of issues, and I mean, yeah, his knee, or his knee was still bad and everything, but anyways, that was Bad Blood 2003, and I'm pretty sure I will be talking about 2004, but yeah, this was a good show, and I mean, like I said, emanated from Houston, Texas. Oh, June 15th. A few days before my birthday. So, yeah, this was a good show. Well, okay, that's a bald-faced lie. Yeah, anyways, talk to you later. Bye.
So you know that them cutting WCW was a long time coming. pleasure of cutting WCW. I don't think that's the case at all. If you look at some of his earlier interviews, like